Hi there, Z here, and I just saw a movie. It was a pretty good movie, and this isn't going to be my first stint into actually making movie reviews. I'm thinking about doing actual movie reviews in the future where there's editing and there's different kind of jokes that I throw in there, but apparently you don't need to do that for every single movie out there. Apparently what you just need is to have a webcam and a microphone that doesn't sound like garbage. That's all the internet's looking for there. So I decided to kind of put my opinion out on this video, and I've been mulling this over for a while. A lot of the times, like, oh, why don't you just do an unscripted movie, like a review of this? And no, I shouldn't do about this. Oh, this was an interesting movie. Maybe I should talk about this. No, what am I going to talk about that Red Letter Media hasn't already talked about? You know, it's one of those type of things where I know that my opinion doesn't really mean jack shit, but I'm going to talk about this anyways because it was so good. It was so good, and I'm gonna put my bias out here right now. You saw the title. You know I'm gonna be talking about the Infinity Wars, the Avengers, the Infinity Wars, and I'm just gonna put my bias out there right now, so you can decide to take my criticism and my positive, my negative, everything. You'll see where I'm coming from. I love superhero stuff. I when I was younger, I'm not gonna say, oh, I was there for the very beginning. I was there day one, episode one, comic book number one out of 1.1 of Iron Man. I was right there, because I wasn't. I read some comic books when I was a kid. Most of the comic books were Batman, because I love Batman. He has the best villains. He has the best, inner turmoil. I love Batman. Not what they made Batman of right now, but we can. That's a video for another time. I like Marvel and what they're doing. I've always liked Marvel. It's one of those type of things where if it wasn't Batman when I was growing up, it was Batman and Captain America. Those were the two that I love the most. So take this with a grain of salt. And I'm gonna tell you right now, no spoilers, because I cannot spoil this movie for you. I suggest anyone to go out and watch it. Fantastic movie. Holy shit. Now, here, I'm gonna address some of my criticisms that I thought were gonna be in the movie right away. I honestly thought the biggest thing that I was thinking about. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I sprayed down a certain area over there, and dogs and cats aren't supposed to step over it because it has bleach in it, and people keep fucking stepping on it. Anyways, I'm gonna say right away that I personally thought that it was going to have so many characters that everybody wants to see. Everyone has their own, preference. It's Captain America, it's Iron Man. I personally like Thor. I like Doctor Strange. So everyone has their own different people that they like. So everyone wants to see them on, top billing, right in the front of the screen. And you don't get it in this. And so I personally thought it wasn't going to have enough people, wasn't going to have enough of everything that everyone liked, and they were going to try to rush everything in there. Okay, Captain America, get on. 2 minutes, you're done. Get off. Gamora, get on here. You're 2 minutes, you're off. I thought they were going to do that. They didn't. They actually put them all. Now, there were some characters that had more time than others, because since this is about Thanos, you have people like the Guardians of the Galaxy who have personally dealt with Thanos. Thor was a bigger part in this entire movie, because Thanos attacked their planet to take all the gemstones. You guys kind of understand what's going on. If you have any idea what this is about, you probably clicked on this video because you already know about everything. But for all those who don't know, Thanos is a pink monster who has a lot of power. I mean, that's really what it is. It's funny because I actually saw, if I could find a picture, I'm gonna put it right here. But if I don't find that picture, they have the toppers. So I go to the movie theaters and they have toppers with the heads. They have Spider-Man. They have Iron Man. And one of them was Thanos. And Thanos looked like a muscular Majin Buu. It was a garbage topper. It was so bad. But so let's just kind of go into kind of the first part, which the plot. The plot was solid. It was a solid plot. And surprisingly, the Thanos was not a massive mustache twirling villain. He actually had reasons for what he's doing. It sounds absolutely terrible what he's trying to do, but obviously he's trying to kill people, because that's the worst thing anybody can really do. None of these villains will ever go into politics to politically screw up an entire nation or an entire world. They're not too smart for that. They want instant results. They're powerful and they want to kill somebody. But this guy, he does want to kill people, but it's because he's afraid of overpopulation. Did not see that coming. I did not see this hulking fiend who's trying to find ultimate power so he can kill people at the snap of a finger to say, there's too many people. Not enough resources, too many people. Nobody wants to kill nobody. I'm the guy who has to say people have to die. And you say, what a monster. What a terrible monster, until you find out that you're in a movie theater full of popcorn munching fuck faces. Can we talk? Go to the bottom right here. I'm going to rant a little bit about people in the theater, okay? Go to the bottom. Go to the bottom right here. I'm going to put right here where you can go if you want to keep hearing the review. But I'm just going to talk a little bit about this because it fucking pisses me off, okay? I am not a moviegoer that goes on day one shit. I'm just not. I like movies. I like video games more. So when I went to this, and it's very new because I'm like I mentioned, I am a massive Marvel. I'm not gonna say fanboy because fanboy makes it seem like I have been there since the beginning, like I made fun of before. I wasn't there. I'm just a fan. I like what Disney is doing with Marvel. I do. I like it a lot. But so this one I went on. I think this is day 3. Yeah, day 3. So third day out, I thought, you know what, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. You know, I'm gonna go in there. Maybe half of the theater fucking packed theater at 2:00 at a Saturday. Are you joking me? Why is it packed at 2:00 on a Saturday? And you don't realize how much you hate people until you're fucking near people. You don't realize how much you want a lot of the civilization wiped out by some plague that you have never seen before until you're cramped between two fucking fat people who are noisily eating. You could chew with your mouth closed. I don't know if you guys realize that. You could chew with your mouth fucking closed. You don't have to dig into your bag of M&Ms so you can pull out a couple M&Ms and then just... You don't need to fucking crinkle bags that loud. When I crinkle bags at in movie theaters or any other social event, you know what I do? I do. Oh, there we go. Okay. And I chew with my mouth closed. I swallow and I continue to enjoy the movie. Nope. People with popcorn bags. I gotta get that kernel at the very bottom. I'm gonna rip the bag in the middle of the fucking movie. I'm ripping the bag. I'm just gonna rip it. Fuck everyone else around me. I'm going to gasp when something happens. I understand that people get into the movies, and I appreciate that. Okay, that's great. You're the audience member that these movies are going for. But visually and audio, not visually, but like. The audio of you saying, oh my god, that's so cool. That fucking makes me so mad. We all know it's cool. They probably spent $500,000 just on that scene. We know it's cool. Okay? Shut your fucking mouth. I know that you're channeling the movie right now. Shut up! Keep quiet with your food. Keep your conversations to yourself. And stop fucking kicking the back of my seat. Okay? End. So when Thanos says that he wants to kill people, a little bit of you is like, what a monster. Little bit of you is like, hey, have you ever been caught in traffic? Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. If we killed a third of the population, all I'm saying is no more traffic, no more crowded fucking theaters. We're probably going to lose a lot of people like doctors and everything that might be crucial. But, you know, this is where rationalism starts coming in and you're like, no, this probably wouldn't be a good idea. But you understand where Thanos is coming from. You're like, okay, big pink monster, you know, he doesn't want other civilizations to fucking get completely decimated because of their own personal will to thrive and survive and have kids of their own and families and happiness. But he doesn't see that. He sees... there's a bunch of these parasites that are going to kill themselves out. I need to kill a bunch of them so they can live. Bada boom. It's one of those type of things where it's a monstrous thing to say, but you look at that and you're like, I could see what you're saying. I wouldn't agree with the way that you're doing it, but I could see what you're saying. So we're done with Thanos. He's a monster, but he's a monster who's trying to do good intentions. And so we go into the heroes. And my God. So let's kind of catch up right here. There's been the first movie of almost every single superhero has been okay. You know, Captain America, my favorite superhero, Captain America, his first movie, I will admit, it's dry. It's very dry. There's a lot of action scenes, but everything just seems rudimentary. It seems very bland. Thor was not a huge fan of the first movie, or the second movie. The Ragnarok was the first one where I was like, comedy, humor. I'm enjoying this. Iron Man has been good through most of his thing, and he comes in this movie with the fucking 80% of the comedy is him, and he does it just dead on. The other 20 is taken up by Guardians of the Galaxy, and then everyone else is just a fighting thing. But they have Black Panther, and it was just. I'm not being very good at going into like a line right here. I'm not. I obviously this whole thing is improvised because as soon as I got out of the theater, you could hear a pin drop. You could hear a pin drop, and I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, because a lot of people said that heroes are going to die in Infinity Wars because they're wrapping up the entire thing. Sure. Do you know how they die? I'm not going to tell you. Do you know how they die? Do you know how everything leads up to there? Because they all don't die. There's no MacGuffin that comes in and they said, boom, they all died off screen. You just don't see them anymore. Each one of them. Sorry, I already messed up with a little bit of a spoiler and I don't want to give you anything. But people said that people are going to die, right? And, man, whew. It was so interesting. Half of the fun was just sitting there thinking, who's it going to be? Who's the person that's going to die? Oh, man. I hope it's, I hope it's Mr. Strange or something like that, which it's Doctor Strange. I understand. I'm being like, I'm being a normie. But watch it, okay? This was a huge piece of garbage review that I just spun up right now while everything is fresh in my head. The whiskey is flowing, and god dang, that was a great movie. It's one of those movies where I feel weird saying masterpiece because a lot of people think masterpiece. Goodfellas, Godfather Part 2, what the hell is that other one that I wanted? Citizen Kane, which I haven't seen any of those. Well, I've seen Goodfellas. Goodfellas was fucking amazing. But everyone seems to shy away from the whole, superhero movies can't be masterpieces. They can't be good. They can be good for a hero movie. I don't know. This one that had some dark things that they actually introduced into this movie, and not dark like, Star-Lord and Gamora had a kid and they have to find, if we keep this kid, then Thanos is going to kill it, so we have to figure out how to abort it. There's nothing like that. But there's some dark things in it, and I dig it. I dig it. I want children's movies to have more killing. I want more fucking Bambi movies where the children die, or the children's parents die, which now thinking about it is a lot of Disney movies. So Disney, keep doing what you're doing. Take children's movies and just make them fucking depressing, okay? That's all I'm looking for. Anywho, this is fucking long. I'm gonna end it right now. No spoilers. Go watch it. I'm honestly 9 out of 10. There's a few parts that I would say dragged on and were unnecessary, but without giving out spoilers, I'm just going to have to tell you 9 out of 10, go watch it. Fantastic. Cheers.